How's it going, everyone? It's episode 3 of the Brandrew Sports and Culture podcast. Andrew, I'm kind of feeling like it's a Rob Gronkowski kind of night. What are you thinking?
A Rob Gronkowski kind of night in the middle of the weekend. That's a daring move, and I gotta say I really respect that. For me, I gotta say this is a Chris Thorburn kind of night. I'm feeling curly.
Little curly, getting some fights a little bit.
Yeah, get a little get
Play
a,
that
get a little rowdy with the lads kind of mood.
grinder play style in the corners type of night.
Yeah, good guy in the locker room kind of night. No, this is all you, man.
Should we cut that out?
No, that was great. No, we are not cutting that out. Everybody, you gotta listen to that. Brayden is the master of segues. But I'm not as good as he is, but I'll do a little segue of my own. So we have our first sponsor of the podcast. So I got to do a little ad read. This is my first ad read ever. So let's see how this goes. The Brandrew Sports and let me redo that. This
It's okay.
shut up. This podcast is brought to you by the new Gillette Fusion 5 men's razor. It has the brand new blade refill feature with its 5 anti-friction blades for a shave you could barely feel, a precision trimmer for hard to reach places and for styling facial hair, and blades that are spaced closely together for incredible comfort. The lubrication strip provides lubrication after the blades and fades when you are what the I can't even read. After the blades and fades when you and it fades when you are no longer getting an optimal shave. Included are 2 Gillette Pro Glide refills to help upgrade your shave. Gillette, the best a man could get. Doesn't have to be a man
Man,
though. It doesn't have to
I can't.
don't want to get canceled, right? Like
No, you don't. But I kind of want to
anybody can
buy one
shave.
now. I kind of want to buy a Gillette.
I mean, it is the best a man or probably the best anybody could get. They're just good razors. So, yeah, go get their razors and don't mind me not being able to speak English. That was my first try at the ad read. I'll stick the landing better next week.
I won't doubt that you'll do better next time.
Actually,
It was
maybe it'll get you to do it.
sure. Maybe I'll do the next one, but no, that was good. I
Oh
definitely
God, just
wanna.
wait. I think my mom's yelling at me. Just wait. I need a text her. I'm
Oh, okay.
recording.
But while he texts her that, Tom Brady no longer plays in Gillette Stadium, so he no longer gets those Gillette razors. But
No, he probably
he has 7 Super Bowls, so
actually if he maybe he's already gotten a lifetime supply though. Yeah, I just texted my mom. I'm recording and shut up. So hopefully she gets the message. Uh,
how was that dance recital?
the dance recital. Yeah, it was 9:30 p.m. dance recital. Really committed. I'm trying out for Black Swan, the ballet. The role of whatever I'm trying to get whatever role I could get. It's just such a good play. So I'm really committed. Really had to stay on my toes on that one, literally, and did a few spins. And we'll see what if I get a call back tomorrow.
Well, I wish the best for you, and I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I just love ballet.
Actually, now that I think of it, nobody knows that because in the last, we attempted to record this episode last week, but we had some technical difficulties, so no one got to heard that Andrew had a dance recital, but he did indeed have a dance recital, and I hope he gets it.
Yeah, I was talking all about my nervous energy, and it was just like a real. I was just really excited, but then yeah, I may or may not have plugged in my microphone properly, so it's like I may or may not have. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to blame Brayden if it was him. I'm not going to blame myself if it was me, but that's not the way things went. But
It's just the way she goes sometimes.
it's
No one's getting canceled for it, but
so it's
we live and learn. So
yeah, live and learn. It's the
uh,
way of the road. Sometimes the tech just doesn't go your way.
that's right. There's always gonna be obstacles you're gonna have to move around. So
Extremely true. Okay, Brayden, you got this segue this time. Go for it.
now, first segment, sports talk. So in the NFL, the football league, um, quite a bit of news here. Super Bowl 55 just passed 2 weekends ago now. Crazy good game for the Buccaneers. It ended in a 31-9 win versus Kansas City, who didn't even score a touchdown. Andrew, what are your thoughts on the game?
Sorry, I'm just giggling. When you said we're doing some sports talk, NFL, the football league, I'm like, isn't it the National Football League? But no, I think that's a mute point. But yeah, I was very shocked, even though this was like almost 2 weeks ago now and irrelevant. We're still gonna talk about it, but I was pretty shocked that Tampa Bay's defense played as well as it did. They were really good in the playoffs, and I knew they'd have to play really well to have a chance against Kansas City. I did not think they would dominate Kansas City. Like, I know that Kansas City had a few injuries on the offensive line, but Tampa Bay, but like this game was won at the line of scrimmage, and both lines for Tampa Bay were just completely dominant, and Kansas City had absolutely no answer. And a stat that really shows this is Tampa Bay pressured Patrick Mahomes on 57% of his dropbacks and only blitzed 5 times the whole game or something like that the whole game. They barely blitzed. They rushed 4 like vast majority of the time, and they pressured Mahomes on 57% of his dropbacks, which is the most in NFL history. And on the flip side, Tom Brady was only pressured on 9% of his dropbacks, the least in NFL history. So that's a tale of the lines there. That's what decided the game. And Mahomes is running for his life, and Kansas City had no answer.
He was running for his life. Mahomes was sacked 3 times, and the Bucks recorded 8 quarterback hits. So he was running for his life, which I'm really surprised he got that throw off when he was going Superman style there.
Sorry, I was just yawning. But yeah, that was a unbelievable throw. Like, had that been caught, that would have went down as maybe the best throw in Super Bowl history, and that's like in a game they would have like almost guaranteed lost. That's how impressive
Yeah.
that effort was if that was caught. Like, he hit the receiver square in the face. Like, how many times did receivers drop passes on those incredible throws by Mahomes? Like, it was just brutal for him. Like, he tried as hard as he could, but there was just nothing he could do. He didn't get any help from any of his teammates
No,
really.
the passes kept hitting their helmets. He did have turf toe. You could see he was limping. He was just struggling. Nothing was going their way
No,
that night.
no, not at all. If everything went right for Tom Brady and the Bucks.
That's right. It just adds more history being made by Brady. I mean, this is his 7th Super Bowl and 10 appearances.
Fifth,
Um,
five Super Bowl MVPs with him going 21 for 29, 201 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. Just so efficient.
Unbelievable. The first team to win at home, and he has more Super Bowl wins than any franchise in NFL history.
And they did it in front of the weekend. Like, just imagine the scale of this. Like, this is huge already,
Unbelievable.
and then their halftime show is the weekend. So I think this will go down as by far the best sporting event in history. Mostly because of the weekend, but like it was like a good like historical game too. But yeah, if I'm part of that group, I'm like, wow, I got to be on the same field as the weekend, and that's what a successful story for the Bucks.
Absolutely. And that guy who placed that, what was it, almost a $1 or $2 million bet? He's big money now.
Yeah, he's a happy man. That's a real gutsy bet. But yeah, like I said on episode 2, I believe. Imagine if you make that bet and you like you're just with a bunch of friends or family, and you're just intensely watching the game, drinking some beers, having some food, and then you actually win, and then you win like millions and millions of dollars. Oh my God, that'd just be electric.
That would be a rock star night for sure.
Like, I'm totally unbiased football fan, but when the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won the Grey Cup, me and my friends were like running around the streets in Niverville like shirtless and we are like screaming and like
Got a little bit lost in the
I
sauce,
would
I'm
have
sure.
I would have done a lot more than that for just if I won millions and millions of dollars probably. Actually, I don't know. The Grey Cup was definitely one of the best days of my life. You can't like millions of dollars is one thing, but you can't take away your favorite team winning. That's something that's special in a different way.
Absolutely. That was a great moment for Winnipeggers. Did you have anything else on the Super Bowl?
I just think the whole Brady Tyrann Matthew situation, that was kind of funny. I wonder what was said by both parties to lead up to their confrontation. And Anton Winfield Jr. was able to get his revenge on Hill by throwing up the peace sign at the end of the game when it was already over. So that was a nice little bit of revenge. Oh,
Yeah, that was awesome.
actually, and the one positive about not recording this on time was we were able to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers celebration. How wasted did Brady get?
Oh, I don't even know.
You
I don't even know like
you didn't
how
see
much he would have had.
you didn't even see any of it?
No, I saw him walking
Oh
down
yeah,
that
stumbling.
on that video, but
Just got lost in the
I like
sauce.
what would have he have had to get like that?
I don't know a lot. Oh, what did he tweet? He tweeted something.
Oh,
The drink he had.
something like it's just tequila, like mind your own business or something. I don't remember
it
the
was, it was
exact.
something like that, and the caps and the spaces were all crazy. Like you could tell he was feeling it. And then of course he throws the Lombardi Trophy almost in the ocean, but Gronk is able to catch it.
Yeah, and then you can hear a daughter in the background
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
"No, Dad."
No, yeah. Yeah, that's unlike
That's
Brady, but I mean, you got to celebrate like champs. Am I right, fellas? And
That's right.
and ladies too.
That's right. That we're not.
Completely not non-cancelable podcast.
That's right. We haven't said the P word yet, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 12 minutes in.
We haven't what?
Said the P word. We're not a P word podcast.
Oh, no, okay, good. I'm glad you said P word and not the actual thing. So
Not the real thing.
so yeah, like I did in the failed version of this podcast, I'm gonna run through some CFL news, and this is gonna go really fast. Okay, Charleston Hughes, Cordero Law, and now Odell Willis signed. Oh, okay, well, if you want to talk about all the big signings, Charleston Hughes, Cordero Law, Odell Willis, and recently, just today, the Toronto Argonauts signed Cameron Judge, the national linebacker who was one of the defensive players of the year last year. So they really beef up their defense. Maybe a few of the guys are a little bit older, but still should be a much improved defense in Toronto. Those are some big additions, especially Judge. They got him to a 1-year deal, and with all the incentives and bonuses, I think it's like around 200 grand on a 1-year deal. I think maybe even more. But yeah, so he becomes the highest paid linebacker in the CFL. So, yeah, Toronto they could be a powerhouse next year, but we'll have to see how that team gels together. There's a lot of new pieces. Devere Posey, star receiver, resigns with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Hamilton retaining talent, already talented football team. They're gonna probably be best team in the East again. Well, Montreal should actually challenge them, and maybe Toronto, but good team, retaining talent, good signing. Steven Richardson and Janarian Grant re-signed with the Blue Bombers. This was a while ago, but retaining all those players from the championship roster for the Bombers, good ad. Richardson was a pretty underrated player in the pass rush. Oh, and this I gotta repose this question to you. Edmonton football team narrows down their list of names to Evergreens, Elk, Eagles, Evergolds, Elkhounds, Elements, and Eclipse. Brayden, actually, I think I forget what you said, but what name should Edmonton football team go with as their new name?
That list isn't too bad. Personally, I like the Elkhounds. I do like the plural names, like you said. The singular form just doesn't.
Why couldn't they just
like
been Edmonton Elks?
Yeah, that would be okay, but not elk.
Yeah. So you must not like Seattle Kraken.
I actually don't mind Kraken. I like that name. They chose the best name in my opinion for that, but I would prefer a plural team name.
Okay. Yeah.
What would you choose?
Yeah, for me, I think it would be Yeah, I think it'd be Evergreens for me. I think that
Yeah, that's not bad too.
Edmonton Evergreens. I think that just flows nice. And
It does actually.
Okay, go to 5 through the rest of it here. John Bowman is going to explore his free agent options after spending much of his career with Montreal. I really hope he's able, if he whatever he decides to do, that he finds success. And if he decides to play this year, he signs with a team that is really going to use him, and he gets the opportunity he wants and goes to the place he wants. He's been a good CFL veteran for a long time, and he deserves everything. Aaron Grimes signs back with Edmonton after playing 1 year in BC last year. The defensive back is entering his 7th CFL season after spending 2019 with the Lions, like I stated before, recording 54 tackles in 16 games. Micah Johnson, after reports of him potentially signing with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, signs back with Saskatchewan after Charleston Hughes and Cameron Judge leave town. Also, Saskatchewan signed star linebacker Larry Dean, as well as twin brothers that are also linebackers, Justin and Jordan Herdman Reed. So that'll be pretty cool. I remember back in 2012 when the Muamba brothers were both on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Enoch and Koshi. So now not only are there two brothers on the same team, they're actually twins. So that's actually going to be very cool to see the twins on the same team. I believe Courtney Steven actually tweeted after the signing that he actually straight up thought they were the same guy, that just were on that maybe when they played one and then the other, he thought that they just got traded. He didn't actually know they were twins this whole time. So that's pretty funny little detail there. Also as well, Montreal makes a bunch of key additions to their defense, signing Armando Sewell, Chris Aki, Nick Usher, Patrick Levels. So those are some big time defensive acquisitions for Montreal, who's already a strong defensive team. They were a really good team last year, added a bunch of defensive talent. They should be a powerhouse in that division. I think they'll challenge the Tiger Cats for first place. I really like a lot of the key players on that team. I like Adams Jr., and I really like their coach, Kari Jones. Canadian quarterback Michael O'Connor, who is a star at University of British Columbia and was drafted by the Toronto Argonauts, signs with the Calgary Stampeders. This will be really good for him. Being under Dave Dickinson and Bo Levi Mitchell, I couldn't think of two better mentors for a Canadian quarterback. Hopefully he finds his way there, gets the backup job, and we all, as us Canadians, we all want to see a Canadian quarterback do well in this league. Wish him all the best. Salman Elamimian, longtime linebacker for the BC Lions, and last year played with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, retires after an illustrious career filled with a Grey Cup win and a Most Outstanding Player award. He defied a lot of odds to get where he was at. Was also in the CFL Players Association. Salman, congrats on the great career. Good luck in whatever you decide to do next. Enoch Muamba continues to remain unsigned, as does Ricky Collins Jr., and that does it for the CFL segment. Flew through that, Brayden. Hopefully you were not too bored.
I was not. That was definitely a good rundown of the CFL. I just have one thing to say about it. Shout out to Ricky Collins Jr. for the retweet on our tweet. We hope you get what you deserve.
Oh yeah, man. We really appreciate the reposts on Twitter and Instagram. Go get that bag.
For sure. Anything else for football?
No, that should about do it. Well, I mean, there's one thing I thought of, but it's not CFL or NFL.
Oh, well, let's hear it.
Did you see Johnny Manziel is playing in that new, what's it called? It's like fan-controlled football or something. It's like a new league.
Oh, no, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, it looks like it's like the Arena Football League, but I don't know, like narrower or something. I don't know. It's really weird. And man, it's just how far has Johnny Manziel fallen? It's a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah, I remember watching highlights in the morning, and it was just pick after interception from Johnny Manziel.
Like his first game in the CFL, oh God, that was a nightmare. He actually got a lot better, but I guess the off-the-field stuff was so bad that Randy Ambrosi, commissioner of the CFL, just kicked him out of the league. So I don't know what kind of goofball shenanigans he was doing, but actually, It kind of would have been cool to see what he would have done in his second year with Montreal. He probably would have been a lot better, but we'll never know because he was too busy probably being a goofball. Fun fact,
we will never know.
I've actually met Randy Ambrosi.
Have you?
Oh yeah, he was at a Bomber game once. He's actually from Winnipeg. Yeah, one Bomber game me and my friend went to. He was there. I got a picture with him. I even at the time there was a really big CFL suspension thing going on between the league and the PA, where they had to the player was arguing that he should be suspended, and the PA was arbitrating the suspension or whatever. And the league had to decide whether to uphold the suspension or lessen it, and they upheld it. So I was really happy about that. I'm like, you know what? That's a good precedent. You got to protect the players. And Ambrosi's like, thanks, man. And now we're good friends to this day.
Wow, that's pretty sweet.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I talked to him the one time, but he seems like a pretty nice guy. Oh, but he kind of screwed. Last year, I think he screwed up a lot of things with the CFL not returning in 2020. Sure seemed like he just was straight up not talking to the players very much, so that's annoying. But I mean, he seemed like a nice guy 2 years ago, so that's nice at least.
Yeah, for sure. That's still pretty cool that you met him.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't take that back. It was cool to meet him. Meet the commish.
Yeah, for sure. Is this new league sort of like the XFL?
I don't know. Well, XFL's coming back too. It's like next year they'll come back.
Didn't who bought it? The league, was it The Rock or
yeah,
someone?
The Rock bought the XFL, so should be fun.
From Vince McMahon, right?
Fun fact: Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in the CFL.
Oh yeah, what team did he play for?
Calgary Stampeders, and legendary CFL head coach Wally Buono, cut him the second day.
Oh.
Or it was something like going into the first game. He's like bye, and apparently The Rock was so dead set on making it in the CFL and playing well, and then going to the NFL, and then his second day in the CFL, he just gets cut. So,
wow.
But I think
I
think he'd prefer the life he has over a life of football, where you get paid a lot less to do something a lot more grueling than acting.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, obviously,
he's the kind of guy that can do anything.
Even the WWE wrestling probably there's definitely some physicality to that, a lot, and it's hard on your body, but probably not quite as hard as football would have been.
Yeah, exactly. And do you think the WWE pays more than the NFL?
Oh, I doubt it.
No.
Well, I guess.
Maybe
I don't know. I think it depends. The average NFL salary is less than the average NHL salary, just because there's so many players. I guess it depends. It all depends if he would what position he played and how good of a player he would have ended up being. But who cares?
Who cares?
You could do another little Johnny segue into some Major League Baseball.
Yes. So moving on to Major League Baseball. It is now set in stone for the 2021 season that there will be 7-inning doubleheaders, so shorter games, and a runner on second base for extra innings, which will also result in shorter games. I know you were wondering about this. I was able to confirm with my personal
inside sources.
My friend Colin,
your league sources.
He confirmed that these rules actually were in place last year. I don't know for how long, but
yeah, I thought so.
They
it was they
kind of blamed it on COVID.
The second half of the year, and now they're just gonna do it again.
Yeah, now they're just sticking it with it. But so opening day is still on for April 1st, so no delays going to be happening. But the one pretty crazy change that's coming is they're changing the baseballs. They're loosening the tension on the windings and changing the weight of it, which will result in the balls flying shorter, which means less home runs. That's their goal.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. As if in baseball you need less dingers. Come on. If you're gonna make the baseballs harder to hit, then you better let them juice at least or cork their bats. You got to let them cheat a little bit if you're gonna take away their advantage or take away the balls that are easy to hit. You got to at least let them juice a bit. Oh my God, in the early 2000s when they didn't care, they were cranking home runs because they were just juiced out of their mind. Can we at least go back to that? If you're gonna screw with the balls, I just don't get it.
I know, man. Home runs are the most entertaining part of it. So, hopefully they can juice of some sort and continue to hit some. Trade that happened in the league. Dexter Fowler got traded from the Cardinals to the LA Angels.
Not Cam Fowler for all you hockey fans out there, even though it's literally the same city that he played in, but don't get confused.
Not Cam.
This guy plays baseball.
Are they brothers?
I don't know. They might be. They play. Wait. Where? So he got traded from the Angels, right?
No, from the Cardinals to the
Oh, to
Angels.
the Angels. Oh, so he's going. Oh, wow. So I wonder if you ever see like a Cam Fowler, Dexter Fowler like meet and greet since they're both in Anaheim.
They're definitely not brothers, but yeah, they definitely should meet. I just said maybe they're brothers because like Robbie when he tweets like, remember when like or he always says like these two random guys are brothers or stuff like that.
Like Joey Anderson and Josh Anderson.
Yeah, he'll say stuff like that.
I don't think I can recall that, but I definitely see it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's kind of funny because um, moments before the trade, the Cardinals tweeted out that Nolan Arenado, the newest addition, and Dexter Fowler were finally reuniting. And then an hour or two later, he got traded to the Angels. So that tweet didn't
Jeez.
age very well.
That's like PK Subban when like 2 days before Bergevin traded him, he's like, "We're not trading Subban," and then 2 days later he traded him. Except instead of days, it was a matter of hours.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I guess there was no
That
communication with their social media
that poor
manager.
social media guy is like, it's like he must have been so pissed at his general manager. He's like, "Can you throw me a bone?"
At least his name isn't thrown out there. He has a screen to hide behind. Another trade that went on in the league. The Texas Rangers have acquired Chris Davis, Jonah Heim, and Dane Acker from the Athletics in exchange for Elvis Andrews, Aramis Garcia, and cash considerations. So a little bit of a big trade there. And something you don't see very often, a 3-team trade between the Royals, the Red Sox, and the Mets, where the main player that got traded from this trade was the Royals get Andrew Benintendi from the Red Sox. Red Sox aren't looking too good anymore. They traded a lot of players away. But yeah, Benintendi will add some batting power to the Royals. I think the Royals will be pretty good next year.
Yeah, it certainly seems like they should be. Royals have had a few rough years lately, but they got to think they'll turn it up.
Yeah, they're definitely trending upward. And rumors of Justin Turner signing with the Brewers. That'll be pretty crazy if he can join Yelich with the Brewers, not the Damian Bruner. Um,
With the
but
join the Damian Bruins, the Boston Bruins.
yeah, but signing Marcel Ozuna
Yep,
signs with the Braves, 4 years, $65 million.
it's a good chunk of change.
Molina, ka-ching, ka-ching. Molina signs a 1 year deal with the Cardinals, $9 million. So the Blue Jays aren't getting him, which is sad, but they'll be fine, I think. Veteran D. Strange Gordon signs a minor league deal with the Cincinnati Reds. I hope he plays for a long time yet because he is one of my favorite players. He's one of the fastest players in the league. Uh, One of the most stolen bases record in the league. But now we get into the biggest news of the MLB. Andrew, why don't you walk us through this?
This is like the one guy's name I very definitively knew because I am a totally unbiased baseball fan, not a Toronto biased baseball guy. Trevor Bauer. I really wanted the Blue Jays to sign him, but Trevor Bauer signs a 3-year, $102 million contract with the 2020 World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. I think the Dodgers will be all right next year. Like their pitching is sort of suspect, but I think with this signing it helps them out, makes them about average. Maybe not quite there, but yeah, they should be decent next year. Hey.
I have to agree. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, they only have their first four starters. It's like three Gold Glove guys and another guy Walker Buehler who's probably going to win the Gold Glove. So it's all right. It's not bad.
They might have an ERA average under 2, maybe.
I was thinking like maybe under 5, but it's 2 would be all right too. It's too many twos. 2 would be all right also. Grammar.
But yes, this is kind of like you're the Colorado Avalanche, and you have a power play of like McKinnon, Landeskog, Makar, and then you add Barkov to your power play.
You
Like,
forgot.
I think they'll do all right.
Yeah, great in the mic. You forgot Rantanen,
Rantanen, him too, yes.
and you add Barkov
But,
just right in the middle. Or
but imagine adding him to your
or Crosby.
point, or Crosby. Yeah, it's gonna be dangerous for that team.
Yeah, of course we have to relate baseball to hockey.
We have to because we live in the winter country, and that's the most sport that we watch.
Yeah, it is, and it's the most sport that we play. I actually was ripping around on Monday with the lads skating around. It used to be
I
not.
was too, actually. It was a pretty nice day,
It was not
actually.
bad compared to -40 with the wind chill. -20 with no wind felt amazing.
It did. People listening to this might think we're crazy, but -20 with the sun was actually pretty nice.
It was pretty solid. Yeah, my skating's improved a lot. I could barely skate like a year ago, but now I was ripping around out there a little bit. My shot's always been good. That's the thing with me.
Oh yeah,
Even if my
and the
skating isn't great,
dangles.
I have good hands. My wrist shot is deadly. So goalies, you got to watch out because when I joined beer league, you're not gonna like it.
Man, we should hit the ODR sometime.
We definitely should. I don't know how we haven't. Well, oh,
I don't know either,
I'm gonna
but
do this on the podcast. I'm gonna call out Brayden on the podcast to hang out because he never does. Would you go this weekend
oh,
with me and a few friends? Are you gonna commit to that?
absolutely.
And you're not just saying that on the podcast, and you're not gonna be like right after Andrew. There's no way I'm going with you. Something will come up.
No, it's supposed to be like -2 this weekend.
I know, yeah. So like, yeah, me and my friends. I don't know if you know where this is. It's in Saint Vital. We always go to the Glen Lee Norbury rink, and
Oh yeah, I think I know where it is.
just off of St. Anne's, just by the Boston Pizza on St. Anne's.
Is it like pretty busy there or not too bad?
When we went, it wasn't. Oh, it was pretty dead actually. But that's because it was like kind of cold. Oh,
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you on the weekend it's gonna be pretty busy. Well, like when it's nice and we go on the weekends, we usually go really early. We go at like 10 a.m.
Okay, yeah,
And
then it's probably not
then it's
that
not.
busy.
Yeah, then it's not too bad. Then it's manageable.
All right, well, we'll have to do that.
Brayden's hanging out, confirmed. Per per Ian Rappaport.
Speaking of hockey, though, let's move on to the National Hockey League.
Dadonov! The Toronto Maple Leafs. I cannot believe this. This is such a Leafs thing. After their much improved defense, which actually has been pretty good all year, on Monday night, they blow.
The crazy Russian.
Crazy. Oh, on Monday night, they're up 5-1. I'll set the stage. Monday night, Austin near the end of the period, Austin Matthews scores a 5-on-3 power play goal. They go up 5-1 against the Ottawa Senators, who
5-1.
update are bad. And then, so it's a 5-on-4 power play for a while to go out the period. The Sens get it in their end. John Tavares retrieves the puck, passes it almost directly to Connor Brown, and he scores to make it 5-2 heading into the third. And the third period is where it all falls apart. Artem Zub scored on a breakaway. This guy's a defenseman. 5-3. 5-4 was scored by, I believe, Drake Batherson. A little snippy on the backhand. 5-4. And with about 2 minutes left, shot on net, bounces around in the air. Evgeny Dadonov, in midair, bats the puck out of the air, tie game 5-5. If that's not a rock star goal, I don't know what is. So yeah,
I don't know
the
either.
Leafs blow a 4-goal lead to the Ottawa Senators, who are very bad, and the game's going to overtime. And a few little chances back and forth. Then Itchy Mitchy with the mullet Marner, because he has a mullet now, has a few good chances in front of the net. Somebody blocks. Believe Dadonov blocks a shot. Puck goes to Shabbat. Shabbat passes to Dadonov, breakaway, and that's it. The rest is history. He scores the OT winner on the breakaway. The Leafs give up a 4-goal lead and lose to the Ottawa Senators. Brayden, why are the Leafs like this? Why even when they're good? Like they
just have the curse.
find stupendous ways to lose hockey games when they never should.
They do. They're absolutely cursed, no doubt in my mind. They lose to a Zamboni driver.
They lose to their own the Zamboni driver that they employ. Their own Zamboni driver they lost to. A guy who is openly friends with a lot of the Leafs players and is obviously extremely likely a Leafs fan who probably didn't even want to win. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. It's just so crazy to me whenever I think about it. Probably didn't even want to win. He's a Leafs fan. He had like Leafs gear on. And in the third period, how many shots they get on him in the third period? Like 3. Oh, I just hiccuped there.
Maybe
3?
maybe.
It's just embarrassing. Okay, anyway, but yeah, let's go to the most recent embarrassing Leafs loss. 5-1, up 5-1, 6-5. Dadonov. What a crazy game.
Then Johnny Superman makes a tweet saying Dadanov,
Yeah.
which is super like
Which is
funny.
so funny because he had one of his most famous GM mode videos is when he was, I don't forget, it must have been, I think it was NHL
I think it was
12?
NHL 12.
NHL 12, yeah, like he was in a playoff series. I forget which team he was. I think he was Montreal playing Carolina, and
Something like that,
and
yeah.
he was just, you could saw it in the pregame. He was checking out the lines for the other team, and Dadonov was on their second line. He was only 80 overall, and immediately, like, he doesn't call out any of the other player. He's like, Johnny's like, you know what? That's pretty weak second line player. He's only 80 overall, all offense. I'm not worried about him. And what does Dadonov go on to do in the 7-game series against Montreal? He tears Johnny's hearts out, and he scores 9 goals, including 2 hat tricks and the OT series winner. And yeah, at the end of that video, he just screamed Dadonov. It's like maybe his most iconic moment in his videos. And he calls back to that when Dadonov screwed his own team in real life on Monday night when he tweeted Dadonov, and all you could hear is exactly that video, that moment.
It's a hilarious story. It's oh man, Dadanov.
What a legend! A
He's been
legend,
haunting him.
a legend in the video game and now in real life.
Yeah, he's been haunting him his whole gaming career. Even
Other
think it was
other GM modes. Yeah, Dadonov has killed Johnny in other GM modes too. That's the hilarious thing.
yeah, somehow he finds a way to play him like in the conference final or the Stanley Cup final, and he just comes back to bite him.
Oh, and then there was one year where he was smart and he signed Dadonov to play for him, and then I think that team did really well and won a Stanley Cup with him.
Finally, he learned.
That's the cheat code. That you just do that every year.
He should. Last year in NHL 20, he also came back and scored some really important goals to like win some games against them, and he was pissed. He's like, a whole decade later, and Dadonov's still biting me in the.
And now in real life.
Oh,
now in real life.
Now in real life, yeah, his Leafs.
Let's see if commercial break. Okay, so
Oh,
I was just gonna check the Leafs game. Last time I checked, it was 1-0 for the Leafs, not the Sens.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What, are you surprised that the Leafs are winning?
I predicted that they would win this game, but it just wouldn't surprise me if they did lose back to back.
That'd be pretty hilarious. There's a part of me that really wants that.
But my guy Joe Thornton comes back from injury, and he actually scored a goal and an assist in his game back, so that was pretty cool to see.
And then today he had a goal waved off.
Oh man.
But yeah, Jumbo.
But other news for Leafs, Wayne Simmons expected to miss 6 weeks with a broken wrist, so that'll affect their power play.
And this news is so old that he's probably gonna join the lineup tomorrow. No, just kidding. Probably has.
Yeah, probably.
Probably has at least.
Man,
it's like 5 weeks, 4 weeks.
We're talking about the Leafs so much. I feel like TSN.
I don't know why I paused, but yeah.
You know how like TSN, like they'll be like, okay, this is the Jets game, and then they'll show the highlights, and then this is the Montreal game.
Show the
this
highlights.
Is the highlights, and then they'll go to the next game, which is Toronto, and then they go in a full breakdown after the game. They explain everything that happened, and like only for the Maple Leafs.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. They are biased towards the Leafs at least a little bit, but I think a lot of Western Canadian fans that really get mad at that and get jealous are I kind of think that's dumb. Like, yeah, Toronto is the biggest market. They have by far the most fans, by far the most viewership, so it's kind of logical. I get why sometimes
it does make sense.
I get why sometimes it could be a little over the top, but it's it's pretty inevitable that they're going to be a little biased towards Toronto. It doesn't bother me nearly as much as it bothers some other fans of Western Canadian teams. The,
Well, and two, they are located in Toronto, right?
TSN and Sportsnet. Oh yeah.
So I mean, they're located there, so
Yeah, a little bit of local bias, I guess. And yeah, but it makes for really good Twitter feuds when you see like ridiculous Leafs fans and ridiculous Canucks fans just go at it. It's just like pass me the popcorn.
do,
This is great.
do you remember when Craig Button ripped into the Leafs last year?
Yeah, Button Button has some great lines. Like actually, I think Button could be a bit too biased to the Western Canadian teams, but he's from Calgary, so again, makes sense. He loves the
Yeah, it
Jets.
makes sense.
He loves the
Oh,
Jets.
yeah.
He'll talk so much good stuff about the Jets. It's kind of funny. But I guess I mean he's kind of the only one that is biased towards the Jets, so I guess they need one guy. Well, it was
Yeah.
one of the best. Like when he roast teams, what was one of the best lines he had? One of the best lines he had. This was like I think it was like 2 years ago. They'd showed Oilers highlights. I cut to Button and all he's like, you just pause. The Edmonton Oilers are an unmitigated disaster. just just goes for the throat. He wasn't wrong. How many years have the Oilers been just a terrible disaster? But it's just so funny how dead serious he was. He was and just
Oh
angry.
man. In that Leafs rant that he did, I don't know what he said exactly, but he said something like, "The Leafs are a team that fold like a cheap tent, and you
Oh,
can never count on this
no,
team."
they fold like a cheap suit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that
Oh
line.
man.
And speaking of the
Yeah, it's
Leafs,
funny.
former third overall pick in 2012 NHL draft, Alex Galchenyuk gets traded for Yegor Korshkov and David Warsofsky after 3 days prior being traded with Cedric Paquette to Carolina for Ryan Dzingel. So, Brayden, what do you think of those trades? Can Galchenyuk now help the Leafs after he's been traded from the Hurricanes a few days later? And what happened to this guy? How, like, third overall pick, good rookie year, a few years later, 30-goal scorer. Ever since then, it seems like he's just plummeted.
Yeah, I mean, it's a guy who, like, his goals must have changed because he went from being a third overall pick to being kind of like a guy who wants to trying to play for every single team in the NHL. He's already like a quarter of the way there almost, but I think this is a good trade for the Leafs. I'm hopeful for him. I think he'll get a kick and he'll start playing good. He's playing on a good team now, so
I don't know.
um,
He could barely crack he wasn't even a all the time player for the Ottawa Senators, and when he was on like the third and fourth line. You really think he could be a good bottom six player for the Leafs, who are a little bit better than the Ottawa Senators?
just a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be tough for him, but I think that he'll be able to crack the fourth line and maybe uh, impress someone at least. But
Uh,
I just don't think that a third overall pick could trail that fast. I mean, Neil Yakupov did, but I don't think Galchenyuk will this fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like when everybody's healthy, especially the way Travis Boyd's been playing. Like he's on the power play. He's playing so well. He's getting a chance on the power play tonight, I believe. So I don't know. When everybody's healthy, I don't know if Gouch gets in. Like with the injuries the Leafs have had, they obviously need some forward help. But and they're bottom six. But when Simmons gets back and everybody they're just healthy. I don't know if Gouch gets in. I think he might end up playing less games than he did in Ottawa. And I wonder if you ever see a point where he's done with NHL and he goes to the KHL because that's where he could play. Or like you said, maybe he's that committed to playing for every NHL team and he'll just keep signing with teams until he plays for every team. And then maybe by the time he signs with the 31st team, he'll be an all-star.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe he will go to the KHL. I'm not sure. But yeah, like you said, if they're all healthy, it might be pretty hard for him to crack the lineup. But I don't know. With the injuries, it might be a good thing. We'll have to see.
Oh, dang it.
What?
Ottawa had a power play, but they didn't score. It's still 1-0.
Oh, so you're going for Ottawa?
Oh, yeah, I'm going for chaos. Oh, Justin Hall with the big fan.
I thought it was Hull, but I guess it's Hall.
Yeah, like Taylor Hall.
Man, Taylor Hall has been like pretty bad, don't you think?
What is he? Doesn't he have like 9 points in 12 games, but only one goal?
Does he have that much?
Yeah, I thought so. He had 9 points in
Oh
11
wow.
games at one point. So
Oh wow.
he's not doing that bad.
Um, but yeah, Buffalo's just another team that kind of like the Leafs. I think they're cursed. Like they cannot win. Eichel doesn't try 100% of the time.
Wow, you're calling out Jack Eichel. He's pretty good.
I like Jack Eichel. He's amazing, but
You know
he needs to play on it. I think he needs to get traded at one point.
You know who doesn't try? $9 million fourth liner Jeff Skinner. Gets his $9 million a year contract till he's 35.
Till he's 35.
Till he's 35, people, and then he gets 40 goals, gets the contract, and then he's just like, okay, I don't have to try anymore.
Just tapping out once he gets the money, and he's guaranteed the money.
Take the money and run. Who cares? I have the money. Why would I try? If you have guaranteed money, if you have like guaranteed $70 million, or however much the contract was, you're like, okay, who cares? I'm gonna be like Phil the Thrill. I'm gonna eat hot dogs. I'll drink beer.
Yeah.
I'll just live life, play hockey. Who cares? 7 minutes a night, less strain. Don't have to work as hard. Who cares?
You won't hurt your body by 40.
No. He could figure skate when he's done.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Jeff Skinner was a
man.
really good figure skater when he was a kid. Probably makes.
Was he?
Yeah. Probably like before he signed this big deal, when he tried at hockey, that's why he was like a really good skater.
Do you think if they like traded him back to the Hurricanes, would he like do better?
He would be healthy scratch on the Hurricanes. They're a lot better than Buffalo.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
And you thought when they traded Eric Stahl and reunited Eric Stahl and Jeff Skinner, there'd be something there, but nope. Honestly,
I really thought there would be.
I really hope Buffalo does well, and I really need Rasmus Dahlin to do better for my fantasy. But Victor Olofsson is still good.
I like Buffalo, and I hope they get something going. It just seems like every year they're at the bottom, like they can't get anything going.
Their unis are absolutely drip.
Oh man, those reverse retros are sick.
Oh, their reverse retros are, but all their uniforms are nice. But yeah, the reverse retros are really
sick. That royal blue they have is just
I don't know
filthy.
I don't know why they had so many ugly jerseys for so long. They just loved navy blue and gray. And it's like, oof, that's brutal.
That was pretty bad.
It's pretty brutal. But enough of the rambling. Let's go back to the notes because none of the last 10 minutes had anything to do with what I had written down pretty much. I got a little question for you. Elliot Friedman on 31 Thoughts podcast a while ago said he writ a name on a piece of... Yeah. I don't even know if I spoke right. He wrote a name down. Yeah. He writ... Ritz Crackers sponsored this podcast. He wrote a name down that he thinks the Leafs have their eyes on for a top 6 scoring winger. So, in terms of players who are probably available in the last year of their deal, going to be UFAs, and it's a winger, who do you think that the Leafs could be interested in?
If I had to guess, the first person that came to mind would be Sam Bennett.
He's not a winger.
Well, he's playing wing.
But is he a winger?
Probably not.
Actually, honestly, this player can play both positions too, so what am I talking about? I have heard rumors that they like Sam Bennett, but for a bottom 6 player, he just makes way too much money for them.
That's true.
This player I'm speaking of is a top 6 player. Think more top 6. Just give me a random guess.
Is he Canadian team?
No, I'll give you the division. Central Division.
Are they looking at like Brandon Saad?
That's not the Central Division. Not this year.
Oh, right. Not this year.
And why? Colorado's definitely not. They're just gonna keep him. They're good. Okay,
Right.
Central. This really narrows it down. Central team probably gonna be sellers at the deadline.
Probably gonna be sellers.
Yeah.
You'll have to give me the team.
I'll have to give you the team.
Yeah.
Wow, this is no fun. This is like, wow. The team name, the city name rhymes with Cash Mill.
Okay, Nashville. Are they going for like Kyle Turris?
Kyle Turris is on Edmonton.
Oh man.
Brayden, oh boy, this is rough.
I don't know, like,
And
would they
Kyle Turris is also, I think he's just a center. I don't think he plays wing. This is a guy in
I
Nashville
think
that
he's
plays both positions.
Victor Arvidsson.
He's just a winger. Oh, but no, but yeah, but they have. Well, I mean, I guess kind of closer. But like this guy plays both positions. He started his career as a center.
Is it Ryan Johansson?
No,
Is it Cole Smith?
no.
Is it
Okay, I'll give you one more guess, and then I'll give you the team this guy started on.
Matt Duchene?
No, started his career with Minnesota. It was pretty good there.
Matt? No, not Matt Zuccarello.
Matt Zuccarello is on Minnesota currently.
Man, why can't I get it?
This guy has a sick nickname. That's his hint for his nickname is apples.
Man, I feel like bungled here.
He played. He scored a lacrosse goal in the juniors for Team Finland.
Mikhail Grenland.
There you go. There you go.
That took long enough.
That took 10 minutes, guys. Great. Yeah. You know his nickname?
That took way too long.
Can you think of his nickname?
Mikhail Grenland.
Yeah.
Apples.
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty straightforward. I think you maybe could think of it, unless you just don't know the brand I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
Granny Smith.
Oh, Granny Smith.
Granny
Yeah,
Smith,
that makes sense.
But yeah, Friedman said that was the player he was thinking of, and they think he thinks the Leafs could be eyeing him to help out Nylander and Tavares right now, who are struggling a little bit.
Man, that would help out the team a lot. They would have so much depth after that.
Yeah, I think he's only making
they already do now.
like $3 million. He's not making crazy amount of money, which is good for them. On Steve Dangle podcast, they guess who they thought it was before Friedman revealed who it was.
Probably Ehlers or something.
No, they thought it was Taylor Hall because he's on a 1-year deal.
Oh.
And then they get him as could you imagine if they're Matthews, Marner, Thornton, Hall, Tavares, Nylander?
Oh man, that'd be the best top 6 in the league.
And then that's how you don't even have to stack your lines. And then what's your third line at that point? Mikheyev, Hyman, Mikheyev, Kerfoot, Simmons, Spezza,
Galchenyuk.
Boyd. or Boyd, yeah. Insert name there. Yeah,
Yeah, man, that would be something.
But yeah, that was a fun little thing. So, and also just we're gonna do a little review of the last Jets game, and since the start time's in just a little over an hour, do a little preview for that, get some predictions going. On Monday night, the Jets, in one of the most agonizing wins I've ever seen this team win. They beat the Edmonton Oilers 6-5 after being up 4-1 in the second period. They eventually blew that lead, and in the third period, it was 5-5. Blake Wheeler gets a 5-on-5 game-winning goal. As you pigs fly, is the sky falling? Blake Wheeler gets a 5-on-5 game-winning goal to make it 6-5. Tip shot off a shot from Josh Morrissey. And the Jets squeak out a win. As painful as that game was to watch, and how much I wanted to gouge my eyes out whenever McDavid had the puck against the Scheifele line, getting a regulation 2 points against Edmonton was really, really important, and will be really important again tonight.
Absolutely, and I think that
holy crap! I honestly thought you left the call for a second. It was just that silence was deafening.
I was just playing some tricks on you, but
good trick.
I think that. What?
Do you have a treat? Because you played the trick
on
me.
No, trick or treat. But I think that Edmonton will win this game. as much as I hate to say it. But I just think that based off of last game, I think McDavid will just snipe some.
And what's really unfortunate, of course, this falls on a game against the Jets. McDavid entering this game, his next point will be his 500th point, and if he gets the point tonight, he will have gotten his 500th point in his 369th game. Do you know who else got his 500th point in his 369th game?
Wayne Gretzky.
Sidney Crosby.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and Sidney Crosby, by the way, scored his 1,000th point against the Jets. So there you go.
Another player to do it against us.
Yeah, so I think, us? Wow.
Us, I mean, against Winnipeg.
There you go. So, yeah, I think McDavid's going to at least get a point. You just know it. These things always happen against the Jets. I just hope they could win. I just hope they don't get killed in the expected goals category and the shots. Like, if the Jets could outshoot Edmonton in shots, play good defense, and win, that would be great. I would really like that. Like, actually play a game that you could sustainably win. That would be nice, because even against Ottawa, they got murdered in shots at times. Like, it was just...
Oh, yeah.
It was just brutal. Like, can you guys, like, look like a good team? So, yeah, thank God the 7D experiment is over. Didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. So... Oh, actually...
I feel like 75% of the games this year, they've been outshot, like, heavily.
Probably not 75%, but yeah, most games there's a stretch of the game where they get outshot double. Like there's like a period, and it's just really annoying. I really just be consistent for the love of all things holy and good. Can you please just be consistent? That's all I ask.
Who are the starting goalies for tonight?
I believe it's Connor Schnellebuck and Mike Smith again, same goalies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Koskinen
They're
and
giving
Bressler sitting on the
bless
bench.
his soul, they're giving Koskinen a break.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, good, literally good old Mike Smith is in the net. Actually, he's not really good, but he is old.
He is old. He's huge though, like, and he has pretty nice setups. That's what I like about him, is he has pretty nice setups in whichever team he's been on.
Oh, you mean like his equipment?
Yeah, his equipment. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has pretty nice.
It seems like a pretty nice guy, pretty good locker room fella. Just might be time for him to hang it up. He's kind of old and hasn't had a save percentage above 900 in a little bit. But he's a battler. He's a guy you want in your locker room. But
he got his one Gino. He can retire happy now.
That's true. He had that one goal. I was pretty nutty. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah. In other news, Mikko Koivu retires after 16 seasons and appearing in over 1,000 career games.
Yeah, this is such old news, but yeah, blah blah blah. John Torella hates Finnish people. Blah blah blah. Bye bye. Good career. Blah blah.
He's chasing them out.
Here's some actual recent news. Jimmy Murphy of Boston Hockey now reports Anaheim goaltender John Gibson may want out as he's frustrated with the team's direction, and he cites the Pittsburgh Penguins as a team that would be all over John Gibson as they desperately need goaltending, and John Gibson happens to be from the Pittsburgh area. So that's an interesting little thing. I guess Gibson, he's in the prime years of his career. Anaheim is still rebuilding after the last 3 years of rebuilding. They're just not there yet, and he's frustrated with that. So I don't know what the heck Pittsburgh would give up. It's not like they have draft picks, and Gibson's so good that he would take a lot. They probably have to give up like Gensel or something, but yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what they would have to give up. I don't blame him though. Who would want to play for a team that can't win when you're in your prime? He wants to win right now, but it's kind of funny because there's talks of Marc-Andre Fleury going to play for the Penguins and retire with the Penguins. So it's interesting to see who will go to the Penguins, either Gibson or Fleury, or who knows.
I kind of doubt that. Like Fleury, I'm not saying that won't happen, but it'd probably be after his current contract.
Yeah.
Plus, he's playing
sure.
so well in Pittsburgh right now. He's like, Vegas. Isn't he like a 9? He's like a 940.
Yeah, exactly. How do you break up that combo in Vegas right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I have Robin Leonard in my fantasy team, and he's a backup now, so that's great. So I'm like, and my starting goalie is also a guy that splits games in Thatcher Demko. So my goaltending situation is really good. But actually, speaking of fantasy, so I'm 1-3 currently. I had so many so many postponements just completely shafted me. But now I have a bunch of times where I'm going to have players play 4 games in a week, so that's going to help me now, and hopefully I can at least get back to 3-3 right here soon. And right now, with all the games I have, I'm on pace for 320 fantasy points so far this week, so I'm doing pretty well. Should win this week, so yeah, that's good.
That's
Hopefully,
good.
just
Yeah, it
no
should.
more postponements, please.
No, COVID's been hurting the teams of fantasy this year.
Oh, 100%.
I'm 3-2 now. I lost last week by I think 2 points. It was a pretty heartbreaking loss again.
Yeah.
I do have the most points for in the league though with 316, so that's pretty good to see. They're putting up numbers. They're just not getting the wins, and it's mostly because of COVID because a lot of my guys aren't playing. But like you said, there'll be weeks where they're playing four times a week, so hopefully they can rack up some points.
Live NHL score update. It is tied between the Ottawa Senators and the and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Goal by.
Was it Dadonov?
It was Dadonov.
It was?
It was Dadonov, not even lying.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. It was Brady Tkachuk, but Dadonov has 1 shot on goal, so good for him.
Wow.
Holy smokes! Brady Tkachuk has 7 shots on goal.
Wow.
After 2 periods, so he's having himself a good game. So yeah, Brady Tkachuk assisted by Chris Tierney and Josh Norris on the scoring play. So let's.
Do you think Norris will win the Norris, or do you think that
he's
won't
a center,
happen?
but since it's in the name, so he has a shot.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I really have to go to the washroom right now, Brayden. So you're gonna have to carry the show for a few minutes. You think you could handle it?
Yeah. Okay. You can go.
Okay, have fun out there, kid.
I will.
I will be back.
Good luck. Good luck. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Huh?
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, we're still doing the show. That's right.
That's right. I was just telling everyone about that time where me, you, and Mark Aaron went when we were in the broadcast media class. We went for lunch at KP Mall, and then we went to the food court because Mark really wanted to go to this KP Mall food court, and then we all got like some New York fries or whatever, and then me and Mark got to-go bags, and then Andrew got a eat-in tray, and then he's like, "Yeah, we should just eat in here. It's like less rushed." And then, but our teacher wanted fries too, so we got him a bag. But they were cold by the time we got back to the class. So then our teacher called Andrew cold fries for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I have it on our class jacket. Not my name. I have cold fries.
That's right. It's a legendary name that'll stick with you forever.
Yeah, I think I got to tell that story a lot more, and hopefully that nickname sticks wherever I go. Oh. Yeah, I got to tell that story more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty good story.
Okay, so and that's all you talked about?
That's all I talked about. It was just about you.
Oh, thanks. Wow, this is really is the Brandrew podcast. What a bromance here. But
that was actually our ship name in the class.
Yeah, people shipped us, and they were right for doing so. It's funny, you come in, nobody knows anybody. We just start, I don't know. I see you're doing NHL fantasy, I think, when we just started talking about hockey, and the rest is history. People in the class literally thought we knew each other. That's how much we were talking instantly.
They actually did think we knew each other, and then now here we are. We're making a podcast.
So yeah, it was completely meant to be. So back to the actual segments of the podcast, I just want to quickly say, Jack Roslovic can frick off. I don't know.
Yeah, like what happened?
I don't know.
What happened to this guy?
If he's doing steroids, I don't know if he's. I don't know.
Maybe Maybe the smelling salts are stronger in Columbus.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he does like the mustard, like Mark Letestu did. He just huffs mustard on the bench. I don't know. But Jack Roslovic is a completely different player this year. I guess when you play for your hometown team, and he didn't like Paul Maurice, or he just didn't like being here in general. Clearly, because look at the difference in play. And now he's making it. Everybody's joking, huh? Everybody's joking that the main piece is Roslovic, and the line A is like the side piece, but. This is so frustrating. It could really skew like how we view the trade, but it's just annoying because Roslovic just literally he never gave the effort that he's giving in Columbus. Like obviously he's getting top line minutes, but last year he still played a lot of top six time with good players, and he just did not play nearly this good.
I guess Winnipeg was just really that bad for him, and yeah, now he's pulling off all
For
these
whatever
silky
reason,
moves.
for whatever reason, he just didn't want to try here. I don't know why, but
Well, it's good for him. And is Dubois actually? I heard he wasn't possibly going to be in the lineup. Is he in the lineup tonight?
oh no, he's not. Yeah, this is so frustrating. So first two games suffers an injury. I guess probably because he was out so long that like he tweaked something because his body wasn't used to going that hard, and now he's still out. So and they put him on IR today, but it's just like that's just I don't know, probably to save some cap. So the soonest he could be back is Friday, which I really hope.
Hopefully, that's very hopeful for that. But did you have
hopeful.
anything else for the NHL?
I don't. This will not be as much of a rant as last time, but I just want to say, Bell Media, you suck. You're scum. For firing all those people and shutting down all those radio stations. Screw you, Bell Media. TSN, you're cool, but your parent company sucks.
Hashtag Bell, let's cancel.
Bell, let's cancel. You got that right. So what do you got for new music? Because I didn't know what I was gonna do for new music, but I actually discovered a new artist with a new album yesterday, so I'm good.
Well, who is it?
Oh, what is his? Did I forget his name? Just hold up.
What like type of music is it?
Some good old country music.
Is he like a new and upcoming artist, or has he been around for a while?
He's been around a little bit. I checked his Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought.
Aaron
Watson, country singer from Amarillo, Texas. He is 43 years old. Little stat background.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, so I guess I've already mentioned his name, so I could just check it out. So he has a new album called American Soul. I was listening to a few songs off of that. My favorite song mainly is, what is it even called? It's like End My Misery or something like that. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to research it. Hopefully it doesn't play on my speakers.
Well, that's okay. Then you get a preview of it. Well, then maybe we get hit for copyright.
We can copyright it. Let's go to American Soul. Out of My Misery. That's right. So like Out of My Misery, Silverado, Saturday Night, Boots, Long Live Cowboys, Touchdown Town. I was listening to a bunch of those, jamming out. Good old Texas country music artists. I love that country music that kind of sounds like the really good 90s country music. So that's my new music I've been listening to. To you,
Nice,
Brayden.
Nice. Everyone should definitely go check him out. I trust you that he's good. For me, the song of the day is When Legends Rise by Godsmack. It's definitely a song that pumps you up before a hockey game, or I feel like a lot of my song, or every song I've done so far is pump up, but that's kind of the ones I go for, and everyone should definitely check it out, even you, Andrew.
Oh, God, you didn't even send me the album of the last song, the last group you wanted me to listen to. I need to do that.
Did you listen to it yet?
No, did you even send... send me the link every day and tell me to do it every day, and then maybe I'll do it.
Okay, sounds good. It's pretty good.
You haven't listened to any new music this week? That was just your song of the day?
Demi Lovato has a new song. It's pretty good.
I did not even hear this. I think I'm gonna have to get on it. Is it like better? Is it better or worse than Blinding Lights by The Weeknd?
It is. It's not as good, but it's definitely up there. It's a slower song, but I don't know the guy who she sings it with. It's
Shawn Mendes?
No,
No.
I wish, but it's a collab. But It's definitely good. Check it out.
Remember that
It's
Demi
not the
Lovato?
best, but it's
Remember that Demi Lovato song? Like was like, if you ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack. Is it like better than that song? Cause that song's pretty fire.
well, I mean, it's different eras, but I think this one's better.
Okay, so I got my song of the day is not by that country artist, because I've been listening
Oh,
to it a lot the last few days. Remember the song? I think I heard it on TikTok. Remember the song, the pop song from 2010, "Bulletproof" by LaRue? Does that ring a bell?
it doesn't, but I'd have to hear it.
Okay, yeah, I'll sing something for you. Let me clear my throat. It's like this time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. It's like that.
Well, that was very good. I just don't. I can't say I've ever heard it.
So I just remember that being jammed on the pop radio stations. I remember that very vividly. Are we ready for Andy or Rob?
I think we are now. Are we? We're not counting the one that we misrecorded, right?
No, it doesn't count. 1-1.
Okay, so
New
for
questions.
those,
New questions though.
we do have new questions. In our misrecording, Andrew did win, but it got pushed, and we're back to 1-1. It's a fresh Game 3 matchup.
Yeah.
And we'll see who goes up 2-1 here.
We'll see. So I'm. You start again. You start. You tell me the first question.
Okay, I'll hit you with it. So the first one is dudes would be in middle school gym class and their nose.
Oh God.
Okay, dudes would be in middle school gym class and their nose would would just start gushing blood. What the HE double hockey sticks was up with those nosebleed kids?
I remember that.
You remember seeing it?
Like no, like the nosebleed kids.
Oh,
That was a
I feel like
thing, for
every
sure.
middle school has those. Every middle school has those kids for sure.
That was for sure a thing. I think I'd have to say, just based off the tone that is being conveyed, I think I gotta say that was Rob.
You are correct. 1-0.
Okay, that's good. Good start. I had a good feeling about that, so that's good. So let's kick it off with this. My first one is, I would take Nick Ritchie over Connor McDavid any day of the week.
Oh man.
I mean, who wouldn't, right?
Who wouldn't? That's a good.
The only numbers that matter between those two players is 230-pound Nick Ritchie and 190-pound Connor McDavid. Who you'd rather have the guy who's 40 pounds heavier? Like, duh.
The big bod over
Big
speed.
body. Like Kevin Sawyer says, you got to have those big bodies. That rhinoceros bod.
I'm gonna have to say, since Rob tweets more about hockey, I think from what I've seen, I'm gonna say Robbie.
It was Andy.
What? You threw a curveball.
Let's go. I'm happy about that.
Wow. Took the early lead.
Okay,
Hopefully I don't dig a deeper hole here. Here's the second one.
Okay, let's see this. What do you got? Give it to me.
Sorry I've been acting so weird lately. My life just hasn't been as much of a movie as usual.
That's pretty
His
good.
life is a movie.
I think this could go either way, but I gotta say I have a gut feeling on this one, and that gut feeling is that the answer to who tweeted this is Rob.
I was gonna say that you were getting too good at this, but it was actually Andy.
Yeah, I felt it could have gone either way. So now
It definitely could have. So now you're
1-1
one
and
for
you're
two.
1-1 and you're 0-1.
Yeah,
So this is a really big one for you right here.
it is, because if I miss and you get one, you win.
Okay, so this here it is. Just air it out. How come whenever me and my friends go to dinner or a bar, We always are having way more fun than anyone else.
I'm gonna say this is. I'm gonna go with my first guess and guess him again. I'm gonna say Rob. Dramatic silence.
You were correct.
Let's go.
Oh,
Tie
tied
game.
1-1. Oh, this is oh god.
This is
I was
getting,
smooth sailing last game. Now this is gonna come down to the freaking wire. Okay, lay it on me.
Down to the nitty gritty.
Lay it on me, pal.
Sorry, I can't make it. I have a meeting with my TikTok coach.
I thought you were gonna say dance recital, and I was about to laugh really hard.
Sorry, I can't make it. Sorry, I can't make it. I have a meeting with my TikTok coach.
Sorry, I have a meeting. I'm gonna be late for my TikTok coach.
No, sorry, I can't make it. I have a meeting with my TikTok coach.
Oh yeah.
Are you like Googling it right now?
No, I'm thinking.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna say. I think that's Rob.
You put me in a difficult position here because that was correct.
Thank God. Okay, this is actually might be my favorite one. It's a short but sweet one for the next one.
Okay, well, this is do or die here, so.
Do or die, the last one. I like that this is the one that you have to get right. The last one is for you to stay alive and go to double overtime. King of the Kessel.
King of the Kessel?
Yeah.
King of the Kessel.
Now you got to think. So it's another hockey tweet. Are you going to go with your original gut feeling that Rob tweets about hockey more? Or are you going to second guess yourself because the first one you thought was Robin and it was Andy? So there's kind of lots
of
mind
games right there.
To consider here with another hockey related one.
A lot of mind games are here because I've also guessed Rob twice already, but I just have a gut feeling that this is a Rob tweet, so I'm going to guess him 3 times in a row. I'm going to say this was Robbie Gucci.
What? It was Andy.
What? So both hockey tweets were Andy.
Yeah, both hockey tweets are Andy.
Wow.
And this Andy, being Andrew, remains 2-1.
Wow, that was like a Trevor Bauer type curveball right there.
That was like a 10-seamer. You didn't even know it was coming.
Wow, Andrew goes 2-1.
That was a pretty well played game.
That was crazy.
I like that. Some back and forth, went down to the wire. I like that.
Made it pretty intense. It was fun. But I'll look for revenge next episode in episode 4.
Okay, we gotta check.
And I'll look to tie it. Check the score.
Yeah. Before we continue with the outro. Okay, let's do some live commentary, bit of the game. Okay, actually, so it's a Toronto power play. Ottawa just had like a 2-on-1 chance. Nick Paul save by Frederick Anderson. Morgan Riley skating up the ice on the power play.
Is Dadonov on the ice?
Marner skating up the ice at center, fakes it to Matthews, guts to the blue line, and John Tavares goes offside because he's old and slow.
Wow.
Just kidding. John Tavares is a beauty. But yeah, I'm not gonna. Do you think I should commentate more, or do you think we should continue with the outro?
We could continue, but just kind of like make it extreme if Dadonov gets on the ice.
Yeah. Oh, he's not gonna play PK. He only scores goals. Morgan Riley back with the puck, crosses his own blue line, crosses the red line, skates into the zone, fakes the pass, skates in the zone, dumps it in himself. Morgan Riley, wow, what a motor. And on the forecheck, Matthews gets the puck. Oh,
I need Matthews to score. He's on my fantasy team.
Mike Riley gets the puck out. He beats Matthews off the puck. Not the CFL quarterback Mike Riley, the Ottawa Senator Mike Riley beats Matthews off the puck, dumps it down the ice.
Are they twins?
maybe. Mitch Marner behind his own net. He's rushing up the ice. Oh my God, he's flying. He's already in the zone. Back to Tavares. Tavares can't handle the pass because he sucks. Oh, he got the puck. Oh, this is so sloppy. He got the puck back, but then Connor Brown dumps it in. TJ Brody, number 78 with the puck. Coming up the ice. First power play unit's off because they were trash. Circles back at the red line. Passes to Matthews, still on the ice. Joey Thornton, Jumbo. Gets it down to Travis Boyd on the power play. You love to see it. To Jumbo. Jumbo puts it down low to Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman, between his legs. Oh, no, misses. Thomas Chabot can't clear down the ice. Travis Boyd back with the puck. Gets to the blue line. TJ Brody to Matthews on the 1T side. Passes to Travis Boyd. Passes to Matthews. 1T. Oh, no, he missed. Jumbo has the puck. He's behind the net. Oh, Chabot. Oh! I thought Chabot took it off him, but Jumbo got it back. Brody at the point. Dying seconds of the power play. Deeks, Nick Paul. Gets to Jumbo. Passes. Oh, power play's over. Back to Travis Boyd, but they got him hemmed in. They're all tired. Back to Jumbo. He's behind the net. He's really cycling here. They go for chain. Travis Boyd. Back to Brody at the point. Back to Jake Muzzin. He shoots. Kerfoot with the rebound. He scores! Alexander Kerfoot makes it 2-1. After the power play, they get the extended zone time. Off a Jake Muzzin point shot, Alexander Kerfoot cashes in the rebound with 9:14 to go. The Leafs are up 2-1.